So Ireland is set to join Italy, Spain, and Portugal by decriminalizing drugs such as heroin, cocaine, and cannabis. Now, this is part of a radical cultural shift for the country. The chief of Ireland's national drug strategy told a lecture at the London School of Economics on Monday that drug users will be able to inject in specially designated rooms in Dublin from next year. Now, the minister said attitudes to drugs needed to move away from shaming addicts to helping them, and emphasized there was a difference between legalization and decriminalization. Now, it would remain a crime to profit from either the sale or distribution of illegal drugs, but drug takers would no longer be criminalized for their addictions. Now, discussing plans to open injection rooms, Mr. Ó Ríordáin said they would be clinically controlled environments that would aim to prevent already vulnerable individuals from exposing themselves to further risks. Now, research has shown that the use of supervised injecting centers is associated with self-reported reductions in injecting risk behaviors. So I looked into some of this research because obviously some of the risk behaviors that come into that include HIV and things like that. And Portugal decriminalized some of these drugs about 14 years ago. So there is studies on that. And so I want to bring some of these charts here. So this is HIV infection rates and some of the highest rates of HIV prevalence in Europe. And you can see Portugal, when they decriminalized, how much it's gone down. This is another graph here of rates of continuation of drugs use among adults since they decriminalized. And then drug-induced deaths, which this, to me, is the biggest graph here, the most important graph here that shows what the decriminalization and having these specially injected rooms and things like that can actually do for a country. Because I think a lot of people are against this sort of thing because they're like, oh, heroin's bad for you, but they don't realize what, criminalizing people who do it is also a negative effect that can have also even more negative effects after the fact.
Yeah, so on the surface, it's easy to demagogue this issue. Oh my God, they have supervised injecting rooms. Sounds a little dirty, by the way. But okay, like, oh my God, the government's sanctioning heroin use and they're letting them inject in these special rooms. Can you believe it, right? But the reality is, it's kind of a no-brainer in the opposite direction. Every country that's decriminalized has had drug use go down, not up, let alone the lives that they've saved because they've made it safer even if they are using heroin, right? So there's almost no counter-argument. This is obviously the right move by Ireland. We should do likewise. But here, of course, they will demagogue the issue, and there's no way they'll do this. I mean, like when we decriminalize marijuana, so, oh my God, heads exploding, oh, criminals running amok, everybody's going to get addicted to everything.
But
can you imagine we did it with heroin?
But heroin is much cheaper to get than Oxycontin, so obviously, I mean, decriminalizing that would be a little against the policies of the pharmaceutical companies. No, I don't know. I feel like...
Yeah, so that's a great point. Yeah. So, look, in America, money has taken over politics. So pharmaceutical companies, by the way, healthcare industry, among the biggest donors to politicians. I think they're number one, even more so than the banks or the oil companies. They're not doing that for their health. Kind of a pun, or your health. They're doing it because they sell a lot of OxyContin and other things, right? And then what's the propaganda in America? OxyContin, that's good. That's for your bad back. Right. Oh yeah. And then what does Rush Limbaugh and others do? He takes a ton of OxyContin, so much that he lost his hearing. It's called hillbilly heroin for a reason because it has similar agents in it. So they're making money off of legalized heroin. So they don't want to have cheap heroin that's now illegal be legalized, right? Even if it helps the population, even if you have less drug use, less drug deaths, it cuts in the profits, and that's a problem. 1%
of the entire population of Portugal was addicted to heroin in 1990, and now they have the second lowest overdose rate in all of Europe.
Open and shut case.
Yeah.
It's not just Portugal. Every country that's done it has seen rates go down. So you just have to get over this thing of like, no, the government can't sanction it. It's not sanctioning it. In fact, what they do afterwards is that they do marketing against it, right? They take some of the money that they get, for example, when Colorado, Washington legalized marijuana, they take some of that money and put it into education to make sure that you don't do drugs. Okay, great. That's the same kind of marketing campaign we did against smoking. Just because you make something legal doesn't mean that you think it's wonderful. Smoking is legal, and it is not wonderful. It kills many people. It causes cancer. Saying that heroin is legal doesn't mean like, yay, heroin. It means, no, let's be smart and save more people from doing heroin.